Welcome, and good night to all my viewers on Trackalerts TV on YouTube. Welcome to another Trackalerts Live, and this is the athlete feature where we go beyond the finish line to bring you stories, struggles, and the success of your favorite track and field stars, mainly across the Caribbean. Tonight, guest is one of the fastest young women in the Caribbean and in the world. Bahamas' national 100-meter champion, Camille Rutherford. Camille was born on August 31, 2020, August 31, 2002, and quickly made her name for herself in track and field. In 2021, she won gold in both the 100 and 200 at the NACAC Under 20 Championships and reached the semifinals at the World Under 20 Championships in Nairobi. She finished second behind Antonique Strawn at the Bahamian National Championships in 2023. But Camille came back in 2024 to win her first national 100-meter title. That same year, she represented Bahamas at the World Relays in Nassau, of course. In 2025, she made the semifinals of the 60-meter at the World Indoor Championships. Then in June, she ran a personal best and, of course, joining the big league, 10.96 seconds. And, of course, let's welcome now to our screens, Camille. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Well, of course, nice to have you on our show. And, of course, I was just talking about you running 10.96, which is a big thing. But before we go into that, tell us who is Camille?
Ooh, Camille, she's fast, furious, and driven. I'll say those three things.
Mm-hmm. How did you start it out in track and field? Tell us a little bit about your early days when the first time you compete. Who inspired you?
Okay. Well, my father inspired me because he would take us to the tennis courts to do tennis training. And to practice with tennis, he would make me race my older sisters. I have two older sisters. The oldest is 10 years apart from me, and then the second I'm 5 years apart. And he made us all race, and I beat them real bad, like big gap. And
Mm-hmm.
from then he told my sisters she has world class speed and she's going to run for the Bahamas. And that's just how it kept going and going. And he put me in a track club and things like that. That's how it got started.
Mm-hmm. Because in the Bahamas, it's really track clubs. In Jamaica, it's more like the schools, and in Jamaica, even the basic school, we call it, or the kindergartens, right up to primary school, which is age primary school. Athletes are from age 6 to 11, and then you move on to high school. So in the Bahamas, it's mainly club track and field. Um, did you take part in any high school or primary school track and field events in your country?
Yes, I ran track in high school for I guess all 4 years, but I also played tennis.
Hmm.
So I played tennis basically all year, and then I just joined the track team during spring season. So honestly, I didn't take it too serious in high school.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Do you remember your first race or your first meet, and how did it go?
Oh, you won't believe this. So I actually missed my first race. Um, it was that track club stuff. I was with the Afterburners with Dion Miner. He was my coach, and I don't know. I was in 100, and I remember just pulling up with my mom and my dad, and the girls were already lined up. And when I tapped my dad. I said, "Isn't that them?" And he ran on the track. He said, "Nobody's running until my baby runs." And he's like, "Camille, come, come." And I started crying. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Come." And I got on the blocks and then I just ran. That's how the first race went, and I beat everybody too in that one.
Mm-hmm.
That was
How,
very
how old? Do you remember how old you were at the time?
7, 8. I
Mm-hmm.
was young.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Who has been your biggest influence or your role model in the sport?
Well, I'll say my uncle Frank Rutherford. The triple jumper, and I just wanted to kind of follow behind his footsteps. He earned the Bahamas first Olympic medal, and also I just love FloJo. I love her
Mm-hmm.
style. I love the curly hair she had and the unique designs and how fast she was. So she definitely inspired me.
And you has never seen her run in person, so I'm assuming you're just watching the videos and and stuff like that.
Yes, I love she just has so much confidence and she was very fierce. I like that.
Mhm. What's your favorite event to compete in and why?
My favorite event to compete in is the 100-meter dash, and I love it because it's like I feel like a cheetah. Like when you get in the blocks, I don't know. I feel like a cheetah who's hunting
Hmm.
its prey, and I'm like, like I don't know. I can't explain it. I gotta get it. I'm a fast cheetah. I gotta harp on it.
Hmm. And earlier when I did the introduction, I said you are the NACAC U20 and 200 meters champion. What do you think about the 200 compared to the 100 for your personal opinion on it?
200. It takes a different beast. I mean, I like that race, just not as much as the 100. The 200 is more like, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's anyone's game. Like, even if you get out, you still got the last straightaway. And
Hmm.
it's kind of like who wants it the most.
Hmm.
That's a different beast.
So am I getting that you may maybe you would never think about a 400?
No, mm-mm. My coach made me run a 400 at a practice meet like a couple weeks ago, and it went okay. That was like my first
I
400.
mean, you can share with us because I mean you're not a 400-meter sprinter.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oof.
so you didn't find it as interesting as I know based on what you said about the 200.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking on your 200 personal best, and I think your 200 personal best is 23:22.
23.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes to show um, the reason why you said you don't like the 200 that much.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if I can get better at it, you'll definitely see me in that.
Hmm.
I'll definitely be hawking people down.
Do you see where it helps your 100 though?
Mm-hmm. I saw that. It helps with the finish.
Mhm.
Help with my finish a lot.
And not even winning the double at the NACAC under 20 U20 championships
Mm-hmm.
would help you to say, hey, I'm going to take this more serious.
Yes, definitely. I definitely will.
What's a typical training day like for you? What do you do? Take us through a day of training.
Okay, so basically, I get my training done like first thing in the morning. I do a nice little jog, stretch, drills, and then let's see. I mean, hmm. Well, I start with running. Then we hit the weight room, and then I mean that's really it. And then I guess on block start days, Coach Jeff. He sets up like wickets, make sure my form is right because I
Mhm.
struggle with reaching. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
So he tries to get my feet patterned down. And that's really it.
Mhm. How do you prepare mentally for a big race? And before you answer that question, which one of your competitions to date you would consider to be your biggest, the biggest race that you would have faced a starter? And then you tell us how mentally do you prepare for these big events?
So how I mentally prepare, I listen to sermons, like Christian sermon. I'm a Christian,
Mm-hmm.
and I just honestly pick like what I'm currently struggling with or what I'm worrying about. So if I'm like suffering with anxiety, I'll watch like sermons about anxiety and just talk to God about it. Like, God, this is what I'm dealing with, and I don't want this to affect my race. And I will literally just feel the Holy Spirit speaking to me, and I'll write it down. I'll jot it down what it's telling me, and just really pray on that. And so when race day comes or the competition comes, and those feelings start coming back again, like the anxiety and just nervousness and stuff, I'll go back and read what I wrote down, like what the Holy Spirit told me. And then when I get in the blocks and I'm staring on that finish line, I just mentally say it over and over in my head. And I keep telling myself, I'm going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm going to execute. I'm going to trust my training. So that's how it goes.
Mm. Which do you think, or which you consider to be your biggest, or the most fierce competition you or race you have entered to date?
I think it was that 1096 race. I got to give it to the Bob Viggers meet. It was that one.
Mhm. Tell us about that race. Describe it for us from start to finish. And when you cross the line and see that time, what were you saying to yourself? What was going through your mind?
What was going? Um, I was telling myself like, this is it. This is my qualifying race. I literally told that to my coach. He called me and was just, going over the prelims. And I was just like, Coach, this is going to be the race where I qualify for Worlds.
Mhm.
And so I was just repeating that in my head. I was like, Camille, do what you said to do. And I just kept saying it over and over. And the wind was just hitting my face and hair was in my face. And I don't know, that made me, once again, that gave me that cheetah feeling. I was like, yep, this is it. I'm a cheetah. I'm going to get this. Got down the blocks. He said, set. And I imagined myself like I was a cheetah hunting for his prey. And I just pushed out so hard. I was running, running, running. And I got up and I was working on my arms. I was like, go, 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 back, 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 back. And I honestly, what was her name? Sade. I did not see her till the end. I thought I had it. I was like, just keep going, fight, fight, fight. Don't let them catch you. And I saw Samira on the side of me. I was like, nope, she's not getting me because she got me in the prelim. I said, she's not getting me this time.
Mhm.
Go, 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 go. And I crossed the line. I'm like, I got it. I did it. And then they say Sade. I'm like, wait a minute. But
Mhm.
it's okay. It's okay.
And you're coming from before that 1096.
Mm-hmm.
Your PB before that was what, 11:20?
Mm-hmm. 11:20.
11:20 from, and this was done in NASA on the 16th of June 2024. So
Mm-hmm.
when you realize the drop, and that was almost one full year after, because you did your PB on what, the 22nd of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that would have been exactly 1 year after. So from 11:2 to 10:96. I mean, how much work do you find yourself have to put in to get to that magical sub 11 time?
Ooh, you gotta put in a lot of work, not just physical but mental. I was telling myself, like, Camille, you can run 10-9. You are going to run 10-9. Like, I didn't give myself another option. 11 flat, 11-1, no. 10-9. Like, that's it. And then physically, whoo, that's a lot of work. Coach had me doing a lot of, like, I think I was training like a 400 runner. And he had me on the track, just laid out at the end of practice, but he told me that it's going to happen. So, in the weight room, oh my gosh. I've been lifting very hard, very heavy. So that's what it took to get to this 10-9.
Mhm. When he told you it was coming, it's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
Did you believe at the time, or did you have doubts that yes, I know it's going to come, but I don't think it's going to come this year?
It was the second option. I didn't think it was gonna come this year. I was thinking maybe I was gonna hit more like 11, low 11, and then maybe next year hit that 10-9. I did not know he meant it was coming like this season.
Mm-hmm. How do you make sure now that you don't put yourself under any pressure? Because you don't want to put yourself under any pressure now. You don't want to say, because I am a 10.96 sprinter, I'm
Mm.
trying to better that every time I go on the track. What do you do to make sure? How do you adjust yourself? How do you make sure you don't, as I said, put yourself under that pressure to thinking that, hey, I have to go faster and faster?
Consistency. Just keep doing what I was already doing, dieting, showing up for practice, executing, and just keep telling myself like I'm doing it. Like I'm doing what got me the 10.96 in the first
Mm-hmm.
place. So why all of a sudden will it fail now? Just keep doing it and
Mm-hmm.
let it keep coming. Let the results show whenever they choose to show.
Yeah, but you don't want to put yourself under any pressure.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
You can't.
and that leads me to the next question because, as I said, NACAC U20 double champion, got to the represent your country many times. What's been the highlight of your career so far?
Ooh. I That's a good question. I don't know. I guess either maybe World Indoor or I know World Relays. That was a nice highlight. Um, Honestly, I think it was the 10.96. To be honest,
Mm-hmm. I
that's
mean,
the real highlight.
yeah, that's a big run.
Mm-hmm.
Must be special.
Yeah, I think that's it.
So, having seen that as the highlight of your career so far, you are still young.
Mm-hmm.
At this stage of your career, do you think you are on target? You're right where you want to be? Or do you think you're a little bit behind? Or you're ahead of where you would have seen yourself 2, 3, 5 years ago?
Can it be both? I think I'm on target, but that cheetah in me, I think I'm still a little behind. I want a 10.8. I want better. I don't want to settle for 10.96. I want to just get faster and faster.
And of course, that is understandable. We
Mm-hmm.
always want the best for ourselves. We always want to, put down a mark and try to better that mark
Mm-hmm.
and, get better almost every time, every year. Not every
Mm-hmm.
time we go on the track, but we want to get better every year. What is one misconception people have about track and field athletes?
Um, I think they think people are just naturally fast or can just jump far. They don't realize you gotta train for that, and you really gotta lock in. You gotta make sure your environment is on point, like your focus. You know, you're executing. It's not all just about oh she's fast or he can jump far, so she's good or he's good. No, you gotta put in the work. There's many talented people who did not put in the work, and the results aren't there for them.
Mhm. Which meet or competition do you always look forward to?
NACAC, because that's just I love NACAC. Like you said, the double champion. So that's just me.
Or is it because it was in the Bahamas in Freeport a couple of years ago and it's going to be back in Freeport?
I'm excited. Looking forward to it.
Do you like to compete in an international meet at home, or do you prefer to compete at international meets outside of the Bahamas, or
Mhm.
it doesn't matter? Tell us about it. That.
To me, it really doesn't matter. You just got to execute when you get there and just plan and make sure wherever you are, you still keep to your training, your schedule, and you get it done in competition.
Mhm. And just for who might not be aware, the NACAC Senior Championships will be in Grand Bahama, right? Freeport. Are
Mm-hmm.
you from Grand Bahama?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. You're from Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the NACAC Senior Championships in Grand Bahama or Freeport will be August 15 to 17, 2025. So look out, Grand Bahama, Bahamas. NACAC Senior Championship is coming your way once again. How do you how do you handle the pressure on track?
Pressure. Um, I guess that's where that saying comes, trust your training.
Mm-hmm.
That's only way I've really been handling the pressure. When I think of, oh, she ran this, oh, I need to run this, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, that's why we train, Camille. You
Mm-hmm.
got this. That's why we went to practice every day. So
Mm-hmm.
just let the training show.
What's your toughest or what's the toughest part of being a track and field athlete for you?
For me, um, I guess just balancing training with my daily life activities and school. So I still go to Texas A&M. I have to commute there, and I drive there. It takes like 2 hours to get there. So as soon as I'm done with practice, I commute to class.
Oh, you drive to class 2 hours.
Yes, sir.
Wow. That must, as you said, must be the toughest
Mm-hmm.
part of being a track athlete. So tell us a little bit about that. You finish training, you drive 2 hours to class, and then what? You drive. Do you live closer to school or closer to your training base?
Neither. I live far from training, and I live far from my school. So
So 2 hours from training to school. When you finish school, do you drive back home? And how far is that drive?
take about the same. two
Oh,
hours.
how much sleep do you get?
A lot. Cause I'm so tired.
You get a lot or you don't get a lot?
I get a lot.
Okay.
Mm.
So you train in the morning,
Early. Mm-hmm.
early morning, and you finish like about what time?
Well, class I'll finish around like 12 or like maybe 1. But
No,
with the
for
drive,
training. Would you do training
oh,
first?
I train first.
So you train first and you finish training about what time in the morning?
10,
Hmm.
10:30, sometimes 11,
Mm.
and
And
then
and then you drive, and then how long after that you start your driving to class?
I might take a break. But if my mom, sometimes she steps in
Hmm.
and she'll just hop in the seat. She'll be like, "You're tired? Let me drive," and we'll just go right away to class.
And you get to class by what's the earliest you'll get to class?
Ooh, sometimes I get there like 30 minutes early or hour because it's kind of hard. I just want to get there early
Hmm.
instead of being late.
Hmm.
And I like the feeling of, okay, I got my training done and I know I'm going to be on time for class because
Hmm.
I'm here early. And I'll just go to the cafe, fuel myself up.
Hmm.
Mm.
And you're there for maybe what, 4 hours, 5 hours?
Yeah, I mean the classes really aren't long.
Hmm.
Um, it's really the drive that's the longest. The class actually maybe lasts longest an hour.
Hmm.
So
And then you drive back home,
I
get
probably
ready for, yeah. So I know, I understand how tough is that. And as they always say, if you want good, I don't know, you got to put in the work.
mhm.
You know, what goals are you working on towards this season? What do you hope to achieve this season?
um well, I would like to make the final at Worlds, if not that, at least the semifinals. And I want to break through that 1096. I can get at least like one more PB I'll be happy. And of course, I would love to be on a relay 4x1, that 4x1, kind of get that Golden Girls back on the map of the Bahamas. That would be very nice.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been watching the Bahamas at these championships? I know you would have yourself would have just when I said just because you're very young, started out watching or representing the Bahamas. What 5 years ago, 6 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Um, did you compete at character games?
No,
No.
no, I didn't. I wish I did.
So you wish you did, because when you see many Caribbean athletes who have performed, who have won medals
Mm-hmm.
for their country, Jamaica, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, the Bahamas, most of them, maybe 95% of them would have competed at character games and they would have gone on. But there are also some who has never competed at character games. Two Jamaicans come to mind: Elaine Thompson Hera,
Oh
two
wow.
time two time double Olympic sprint double champion, and Asafa Powell has never competed at the character games, but they went on to become stars. When you looked at, when you see, when you watch, when you heard about the character games, I know you said you wish you had gotten a chance to compete. What do you think about that kind of competition for Caribbean track and field athletes?
I think it gives them very good exposure, and I like how all the islands. It seems like from the videos I saw, it seems like they all come together in a way, and they're just. I don't know. It's just it's a beautiful vibe, and the field is lively, and the athletes are just performing very well. And then you have the different countries like hyping up their athletes. It's really good exposure in competition too.
And they said Bahamas bring the biggest vibes at character games. I've been to character games right across the Caribbean, and that Bahamas crowd with that, what they call it, the
The
steel,
cowbell.
whatever drums and
Oh
whatever
yeah.
thing they have there, always bring the vibes. And you will never, no country across the Caribbean will ever outdo the Bahamas when it comes on to that vibes and that support at character games. Have you ever been to any just to watch? And if you have never been to any, do you want or do you hope to attend one as a fan one day soon?
I have not been to any crypto games, but I really want to go because it just sounds. It reminds me of Junkanoo,
Hmm.
the festival. So I want to go, and of course, see the athletes performing well on the track.
Grenada is next year. I'm not sure when the Bahamas will host again, but
Mm-hmm.
Grenada is next year, and that's character games. Always bring out the best in Caribbean athletes, whether it's running, jumping, or throwing. And as I said before, quite, quite a few um, stars have never competed at character games and went on to do very, very well. So having said what your goal is towards or for the rest of the season, how do you stay motivated during off season, and any little setbacks do you have?
Um, I guess just keep a track record of my accolades and just remind myself who I am. And honestly, kind of view setbacks as, I mean, is it really a setback? I feel like those really propel you forward. So the setbacks, it gives you a challenge to overcome. And in the end, that makes you a better person and athlete. And then you can look back on that and be like, I got over it.
Mhm,
It didn't shut me down.
mhm. You consider yourself to be a student of the sport of track and field?
A student.
I mean, you're not just practice and go out there and represent yourself and represent your family and your country. But do you study track and field? Do you follow track and field? Do you try to know the history? Do you watch the meets when you are not participating?
Mm. I watched the meets, but honestly, I'm so locked in on myself and trying to just compete for the Bahamas and put them on the map and just put my best performance out there for them. I don't I can't. I just support the athletes when I see they're doing well. I'll like a post, comment, follow them, but I gotta stay focused in my lane.
So when you're watching an event, you say you're watching character games on TV, the Bahamas is doing well.
Hmm.
One young man from the Bahamas just at the last character games in the under 17. Neely, I don't remember his name, but some Neely. He won 4 gold medals. When you see achievements like these, when you see performances like these, whether it's from the Bahamas or your favorite athlete, and you're home watching, how excited do you get?
I scream at the TV. And
Hmm.
I honestly, I'll imagine myself like winning like that, or I'm like, I gotta do that. I gotta mimic them. They're inspiring.
Hmm. Which which athlete in your event you have never raced against yet, but
Mhm.
would want to race against? And I'm not even talking about racing against a person to win. I'm just saying to race against a person. Of course, everyone wants to win, but you just love to be lined up next to that person in a 100-meter race. Who would that person be?
That's a hard question. Either gotta say Shakari or Julian. Julian Alfred.
Hmm. How much does these two person inspire you?
Oof, a lot. Especially Julian Alfred. And honestly, because our country colors are very similar. So I know that's kind of a silly reason, but
No, it's not. There's no reason, a silly reason. But I mean, there are colors we like, and we might just see a color of a flag and say, "Hey, I'm just going to support that team. I just love that color."
hmm.
So, tell us a little bit more about Julian Alfred. You said she inspires you.
Hmm. I mean, I actually when I was competing on the Texas A&M track
Hmm.
team, we raced a couple times, and she whooped me. But like I took that in. I was like, okay,
Yes.
I'm studying her, and I I want to be that. Like I can't explain it.
Hmm.
And I like how I just love her attitude on the track and how
Hmm.
she handles competition. Doesn't crack under pressure. Like she's definitely an inspo for me. I want to be that for Bahamas.
Hmm. And you said you would have competed against her um, on the collegiate circuit
Hmm.
in the US, of course. And you said she whipped you a couple of times. But Julian Alfred will also tell you that she ran track for St. Catherine High School in Jamaica, and she was whipped many, 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 many times by the Jamaicans.
Wow.
And those persons who whipped her, who beat her, I mean, I don't know, where are they now? Julian
Exactly.
Alfred went on, she's the Olympic champion in the 100, the Olympic 200-meter silver medalist. That's big deal. So those persons who used to beat her in Jamaica, none of them would have been in that Olympic finals with her. So that maybe just, letting you know that you're still in the game. You're in the game, and once you're in the game, you'll have your day to shine. But I'm glad you say, and spoke about how she inspired you, and Shakari Richardson is also one of the person you would like to race against. What do you take from Shakari?
I like how she overcame the different battles, and it was like some scandals with her, but she came out on, she came out on top, and
Mm-hmm.
she did her thing, and it's like she became a better athlete and a better person in the end. So I like that. I love when people overcome things.
Mm-hmm. And she says that she's not back, she's better.
Mm-hmm. I love that motto. I want that for me. I want that to be my story.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, in the collegiate circuit, I feel like I really wasn't on my A game all the way. Cause, so honestly, like I said, I want to get back on that line with Julian and kind
Mm-hmm.
of see like what can she pull out of me now that I'm definitely more locked in.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you if you weren't doing track and field, what other sport you'll be doing, but I'm almost sure. I don't know why I think you're going to say tennis.
You're right. It's gonna be tennis. I mean,
And you said you used to play tennis. How good of a tennis player were you, or do you still play?
I still play a little bit, but it's just
Mm.
for fun. But I mean, I don't know if this says anything, but I was on the varsity team in high school, so
I always think, regardless of what level you represent, your school, your community, your club, it's an achievement because our schools may have more than 500, more than 1,000, more than 1,500 students. And if we were among those that were chosen to represent our school, I played one school schoolboy cricket match for my school, one single one. I played I played a couple of practice games, but I played one. And that one match I played means a lot to me. And as I said before, once you represent your school, your church, your club, whatever, that in itself too is commendable. But outside of tennis, which other sport do you find yourself drawn to? Which other sport do you watch on TV, or do you go to the stadium to watch?
um, swimming, because I feel like you're running in water,
Mm-hmm.
so I could see myself being a swimmer. And this might sound a little crazy, but basketball. Cause I watch basketball, and I just wonder, like, okay, on the track I run, and they're just running on the court, so like maybe
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Do you know anything about netball?
What's that?
I don't think the Bahamas has a netball team. If any one of my Bahamian friends are watching, because I do have some Bahamian friends. But let me just jump into this little comment section for a little while and see, you know, what I'm getting, just to make sure I don't leave anyone out. You know, Gerald Brown is saying, proud of you. I mean, April is talking a little bit about the Jamaica trials, which is going on now.
Okay,
Um, I think tonight is the men's and women's first round 100. Um, Jason Roll, I know this is a Bahamian. Congrats, Camille.
thank you.
And of course, another comment coming in. And of course, I know someone from the Bahamas who knows me
hmm
was going to send a message. And of course, this is my good friend.
Oh, thank you.
You know, so there you have it, Mr. Kermit Taylor. And he said, Mr. Foster, I just love Camille. I wish her a great 2025 season. And
Love you.
Laura is saying, hi Camille, I'm so proud of you. So as usual, you can drop your comment in the comment section, and I will read as much as I can and share them with Camille. She really appreciates the love shown by not only her Bahamian fans, but also all those across the world who are supporting her. So
Thank you, thank
let's dip a little bit into that fun and personality section,
you.
Camille. Let's see if we can get to know you a little more outside of off the track. That is, we know you are running fast. We know you won titles, but what's your must-have pre-race meal or snack? And of course, we're not here to judge you. Whatever you like.
I mean, it's simple. It's just strawberries. I gotta have my strawberries. It tastes like, I guess, healthy sugar. I don't know.
I think I do strawberry myself almost every day. My strawberry smoothie.
So good.
Any weird rituals or lucky charm you must have before you hit the track?
Oh yes. Um, I have to be the last person to get in the blocks.
Hmm.
And some girls, I noticed, they try to challenge me on that too. And I don't move. I don't move till they move.
Hmm.
You gotta get in the blocks first, and I'll get in. I don't know why I do that. I just
Yeah. And you have never experienced where the starter was like, ladies, get into the blocks. We're ready to go.
mm-hmm. And I'll kind of like give them that look, like, okay, get in the block, so I can get in.
So are you saying these persons, so maybe other persons may have the same?
I think they start picking up on what I've been doing.
Mhm.
It's like I don't know, it's like some type of energy. Because really, in that 1096 race, it was I think Madogo was next to me. Because I was actually purposely kind of standing a little extra behind the blocks, and all the other girls were lined up right behind their blocks. I was standing a little extra behind, and she was back there with me. So I was like, So I stepped up just a little bit. And then she stepped up with me. I said, And I stepped up. I made one big step, but I still wasn't behind. I wasn't lined up with the rest of the girls. And she finally stopped. I said, yeah, I'm going to win this. I know I am. Don't
Mhm.
play with me. I got to be last in the blocks.
Wow. You can imagine the starter who's
I
ready.
know.
Yes. I hope you don't give away too much now. And then your next race,
Mm-hmm.
Kermit, well, I know you're not going to race against my good friend Kermit, but someone might say, hey, I'm not going to get into that blocks. We're, we're going to compete for the last person to
Mm-hmm.
get into the blocks. But if you could race against any legend,
Mm-hmm.
dead or alive, who will be getting beaten by you?
Beats?
Yes.
Man, I mean, all the legends have legendary times. Let me see. Ah. Can I make a joke out of this? Can I say Carl Lewis?
Of course, he's where at the University of
I'll
Houston.
beat him.
Yeah,
I'll get in the blocks with him. I'll do a nice little race with him and do this when I pass him.
yeah. Carl Lewis, a real legend.
Mm-hmm.
Won the long jump and the 100 meters. Uh, you would have known about Carl Lewis. What do you think about? I mean, competing. We used to seeing people in the 100 and the 200. We used to seeing people winning the 200 and the 400 like a Michael Johnson. You're seeing both the one and the two. We have seen where Shawnee Miller Weber, the 400 she runs very good, 200 she runs very good, 100. Well, of course, I don't know, but Shawnee wanted to do, what did she wanted to do? The long jump?
Oh
Or
yeah.
yeah, but Carl Lewis 100 long jump. What do you think about that double? Looking at it.
That takes special talent. Like he, I don't know how he did that because I know the few times when my coach he'll have me doing some like jumps in the pit, and I'm like, I, it wasn't translating over. So Carl Lewis, he needs definitely respect for getting that down right.
And it was a very crucial part of that US 4x1 team also. I know you spoke about what you listen, especially before a race,
Mm-hmm.
but what song is always in your headphone before a race?
Song. Ah, this is a little crazy, but I might pronounce this wrong. But I listen to Kumpa.
Can you sing a little piece?
It's not. It's like beats. Like
Okay.
Haitian. I think it's Haitian music. Kumpa.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like it's just beats, Caribbean beats.
can you give us a little so I can
Oh,
know and viewers can know if or recognize it.
I don't know. They'll be like Kumpa, Kumpa, and then Ziga, Ziggy, Ziggy, Ziggy. I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, then of course, and that is where we are at. We're at that special part, that fun and personality, and
Hmm.
this is where we may get you to laugh and may
Hmm.
get you to share some of your, your, I don't want to say um, weird or crazy
Hmm.
experiences or things that you like to listen or you like to eat and stuff like that. So fun. It's all about fun and personality question. So, I mean, so describe your personality using, and I know you're on your phone because I was hoping I would get it, but if you describe your personality using three emojis.
The laughing, crying emoji, and that the running emoji, like the girls running, and then that dance emoji with the girls in her red dress and she like that or something. Cause I love to dance.
Oh, I was going to ask you if you love to dance.
Hmm.
Mhm. Are you a
Like
part? Are you a part of the choir at church?
no, but I did do choir in middle school.
Mhm.
Hmm. For the church. Yeah.
So you're a very good singer.
I don't know how because me singing now I sound horrible, so I don't know how I was in the choir back then. But
Mhm.
maybe I sounded better back in the day.
What's the funniest or most embarrassing thing that's happened during training for you or a meet?
During training, my Coach Jeff, it was literally snowing. The roads were ice. There was snow everywhere, and there was snow on the track. And he gonna pull out a leaf blower that was like this big, like it looked like he ordered it off of Team U or something, And he was just blowing it, and it was like zzz, like that, and the ice was melting little by little, and he's like, well, oh, it better melt, it better come on, because we gonna get on the track anyway. And he did a whole lane with that little leaf blower.
Hmm. Wow.
Yeah,
And you had to go on that track
yeah.
because it's
In the snow.
practice. It's practice. Coach don't want you to miss a
Hmm.
day of practice.
He did not care. He just melted the ice.
And I'm thinking, I'm guessing that we have so much song questions in this because what's your go-to hype song that gets you pumped up every time?
Okay, it's gonna be a little guilty because I'm a Christian, but sometimes I gotta listen to NBA YoungBoy. I just I don't know, the way he be yelling in his rap song. I'd be like, yeah, 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 I'm gonna get in them blocks.
Mhm.
Yep. It just, woof.
Well, I do believe, and I don't know if it's something you should feel guilty about, because I do believe that um, I'm from a reggae country,
Hmm.
a dancehall, and I think I've always said there are some reggae music, reggae songs that, because of the positive message that it's sending,
Hmm.
um, nothing is wrong with Christians listening to it. I'm holding back what I was going to say because I don't want the Christians to come at me. But yes, I do think that some of these songs should be allowed to play anywhere. I will
Okay.
go as far as saying that because they are just positive words.
You're right. The message.
Yeah. Who who is the more? I want to ask you, who's the funniest teammate you funny for good vibes you have ever um, been amongst?
Hmm. Who is it? I don't even think I remember their name. um. Let me see someone I remember. Honestly, it's my coach. Like he makes me laugh all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Jeff. He's. I'm sorry. He can't. No teammate can outdo my coach. He's just
Mm,
so funny.
yeah, and of course, sometimes, well, maybe all the time, maybe sometimes these things do help. Work and no play. They say make Jack a dull boy. So we have to have a little bit of fun in
Hmm.
whatever we do to get to smile a little bit.
Yes, it makes the workouts less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If if your life were a movie, which actor would your role which actor would play your role and why?
Does it have to be a real life person? Can be a character.
It's up to you.
Moana.
I'm not a movie person, even though I'm here
Oh.
asking movie questions, but I'm sure other persons watching understand what you're saying. So if your life were a movie, the
Mm.
actor would play your role is.
It would be Moana. She's I think like a Hawaiian, maybe like Polynesian. I might be saying that wrong. Character, and she was like chosen on her island, and she had to seek out like the ocean to like find something was going on with her island, but she had to seek out the ocean to like save her island. And I kind of view myself like that in track. I want to put Bahamas on the map, like USA, like how everyone's like, oh, USA, yeah, they're good, they're gonna win. I want that to be for Bahamas too.
Mhm. Do you have any hidden talent outside of track and field? I mean, maybe singing in the shower? I don't know what.
um, I I'm I do like I'm like a gymnast, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I like to do a lot of cartwheels and I bust like splits sometimes just randomly. I honestly want to be a gymnast, but I don't think I'm that flexible.
You don't think you are that flexible?
Mm-mm, no,
Why is it?
just I don't. I guess maybe I'm not stretching enough. I need to stretch more. I don't know how
Okay.
that works.
You, and you think a lot of work is in being a gymnast?
You said is there a lot of work?
No, I'm asking if you think it's a lot of work.
Oh yes, yes, definitely.
But you It's something you would normally pop into training and do?
What, just bust a random cartwheel?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. I just would do a cartwheel. I think one time I was like, Coach Jeff, look, and then I just did a cartwheel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Is that you?
I forgot I even posted that. Yes, that is me.
Ooh. I remember seeing this photo and I said, let me try and find it since you spoke about it.
Yep.
Where was this one here?
That's in Nassau.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, that. Oh yeah, that's after. That's when I won the 100 meter at nationals.
Okay. So, as I said, so let's continue the questions. We're running out of time. Dream vacation. Where are you flying to if money isn't a problem?
Rio, Brazil.
Rio, Brazil. Wow. Yeah. Why Rio? You like it there?
It's from the pictures. It looks so pretty. The mountains, the beach. I love that vibe.
Yeah. I think Brazilian people are also nice. Luckily for me, I was there for the 2016 Olympic Games.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Carnival.
This one, I hope it don't get you into any trouble, but you have to choose one. Mom or dad, who is coming with you and why on that dream vacation?
Mom. She. Ah, that is hard, man. I say my mom because she's like me. Like we like to dance. We love the island. My dad, he's bohemian. Like he knows it. My mom, she's from Texas, so she needs a taste of that. You know, my
Mm-hmm.
dad, he grew up with that, so he knows.
Mm-hmm.
It's only fair.
And if that weekend is to go on a vacation with any celebrity, who's your pick and what will you be doing on that weekend trip?
Nicki Minaj. Um, hopefully we'll be dancing in Carnival, and she'll
Mm-hmm.
be rapping, and I'll be dancing. I don't know.
What's something, what's something or some things fans would never guess about you?
I used to be addicted to Takis, like
Okay.
serious addiction.
TikTok or Instagram? Where are you most likely scrolling endlessly?
Oh, TikTok.
Why?
Definitely. Um, it's just better, and I like the music. I don't know. I just like the platform better, how it looks.
Mhm.
We can go on live.
Which one food you could eat every single day without getting tired of it?
Conch salad. No, crack conch.
Mm. I have a friend of mine at work. She's heading off to the Bahamas soon, and I told her, please make sure you take back my conch salad or my conch fritters.
Mm.
You
Mm-mm.
know, big up. I have to big up my friends Kermit and Brent. They always take me to get my conch when I'm there
Mm-hmm.
in the Bahamas.
So good.
So this one I shouldn't ask because it's about songs and you're Christian and your phone or your headphone is mostly loaded with gospel. And
Okay.
that's what I know. What's one childhood cartoon or TV show you still secretly love? Don't be shy. Tell us.
Uh, I'll say the Rugrats. Do you know that show?
No, unfortunately, I don't think I'm a TV person.
Okay,
Yeah, I may need to get involved a little bit more, but I'm sure persons know what you're talking about. I just don't know why I'm not that of a TV person.
I get it.
Yeah, I will always have a TV in wherever I am at, but how many times I watch, maybe I don't know. And of course, we are up on that 1 hour mark. And of course, really, really glad to have you on tonight. But before we go, I have two more questions.
Okay.
You're stranded on a deserted island. You get one meal, one album, one person. Who are they and why? One meal, one album, one person.
One album? Okay. Definitely the meal part. That's easy. Conch. I'll eat crack conch. Some peas and rice and macaroni any day. Um, the person though. Ooh, that's between my mom or Nicki Minaj. I mean, I gotta pick my mom. I'm sorry, I gotta pick her.
Yeah.
And he said album. Kirk Franklin.
Mhm.
That's easy.
Yeah.
He gets you hype.
Finish this sentence. Track and field has taught me to
Greatness. That's what you said. Track and field has brought me
taught
to.
me,
Oh,
taught me to.
can I change that to like more like perseverance?
Mhm.
I'd say that.
Yeah. So track and field has taught you to be more more of a determined person. More, yeah. In 30 seconds, and I have to include this comment from Kermit before I go.
Oh, okay.
Tell
Definitely.
Camille she has to come on my radio show on her next visit to Nassau.
Definitely. You said that.
That's
No
Kermit
problem.
Taylor. There you have it, Mr. Kermit. Definitely. Kermit, of course, I know will be at the NACAC Championships. He'll be at the World Championships in Tokyo this year. And you would have known Kermit has been almost everywhere track
Mhm.
and field is. In 30 seconds, um, the floor is yours. What do you have to say to your fans, to your supporters, to the Bahamas, to younger athletes? I mean, you are young. I'm not saying you are not, but to younger up and coming athletes, what do you have to say to them?
First, just trust in God and just any challenges that are coming your way, just know that's God just trying to build you up. He's trying to present a challenge so he can make you stronger for what he has planned for you in the end. And I just want to say I love you all. I love all my fans and the support and for everyone who has believed in me before I even hit that 10-9. Like you guys helped me know I could do it and I'm gonna keep giving y'all more this season and next coming years. And I also just want to personally thank Rice University for allowing me to train on their track before I had to head out to class. And especially Coach Warren, thank you so much. So
Thank you very much, Camille. It was a pleasure speaking with you tonight, and we hope to do this again. I hope to see you in Tokyo. I hope to see you at the NACAC Championships in the Bahamas. Again, it was a pleasure having you. Thank you very much, and all the best.
thank you for having me, and I hope we can do this again. This is very nice. Thank
Thank
you.
you. I will definitely.